Rugby is one of the world's most dynamic and exciting sports. Its non-stop action, speed, and physicality are unmatched in the world of sport. Rugby, a game in which players of all ages, shapes, sizes, and abilities can have fun, learn teamwork, and get physically fit, is America's best-kept secret. The legendary founder of the sport, William Webb Ellis, was a student at England's rugby school. He created the game when, with a fine disregard of the rules of soccer, he picked up the ball and ran with it. Rugby's ultimate prize, the World Cup trophy, now bears his name. In fact, rugby was an Olympic sport from 1900 to 1924, and the United States won the gold medal twice, in Antwerp and Paris. Today, rugby is played in more than 90 countries, making it one of the most popular sports in the world. More than 3 billion people watch the Rugby World Cup on television.
Jason Robertson!
Rugby is being rediscovered all over the United States by parents, kids, and communities looking for a dynamic physical activity for boys and girls of all ages. Rugby, the forefather of American football, is a perfect fit in today's American culture. Rugby has a strong tradition of sportsmanship and teamwork, where competition on the field is matched by camaraderie off it. As the national governing body for the sport, USA Rugby is responsible for all aspects of the sport, including coaching, officiating, and player development. USA Rugby also fields men's and women's national teams that compete against countries from around the globe. USA Rugby is a member of both the United States Olympic Committee and the International Rugby Board. Starting to play rugby is easy and inexpensive. All that's needed is a rugby ball, a field, and 2 teams. In youth rugby, the number of players can vary from 7 to 15. Rugby can be played on existing soccer, football, or baseball fields. Younger kids play on smaller areas more appropriate for their size and skill level, allowing several groups to use a single field at the same time. The object of rugby is to move the ball forward over the opponent's goal line to touch it down for a try, which is worth 5 points. This is accomplished by running with, passing, or kicking the ball during play. Unlike American football, rugby players can only pass the ball backwards, and blocking is not allowed. Regardless of position, each player is encouraged to run with and pass the ball. Once a try is scored, the team is then entitled to a conversion kick worth 2 points. Boys and girls between the ages of 7 and 19 can play youth rugby. Various aspects of the game are introduced gradually with an emphasis on safety and proper technique. Only after sufficient explanation, demonstration, and coaching are contact, tackling, and the more technical parts of the game such as rucks, mauls, lineouts, and scrums added at the appropriate skill level. For high school and collegiate players, rugby is a full contact sport. This sequential introduction to the sport ensures a safe and fun environment for players of all ages. Youth non-contact rugby is a safe game for boys and girls of all ages. It is rugby's version of flag football, in which two-hand touch replaces tackling. This makes it a great new sport to have in physical education courses, park and recreation department programs, boys and girls clubs, and YMCA. Youth rugby can easily be added to the existing menu of athletic programs for communities and schools. To start a rugby program, an organization simply needs a few rugby balls, cones for out-of-bounds markers, jerseys or shirts to differentiate teams, and awards for participation. An important part of a youth rugby program is parental involvement to help encourage kids, assist with coaching, and administer the leagues. Rugby is the ideal sport to complement the physical education curriculum in American schools. The non-contact game and its variations are perfectly suited for the athlete and non-athlete alike, keeping kids safely running, working together, and having fun. Beyond the fun and excitement rugby generates for children, it is also an excellent developmental tool for other sports. Rugby is usually played in the off-season of football and soccer and requires running, agility, quick acceleration, decision-making, passing, kicking, lateral movement, endurance, and teamwork. Football, soccer, basketball, and hockey players will all benefit greatly from playing rugby by enhancing their athletic skills while competing in a fun new sport. Many of these players go on to play for the USA Rugby Under-19 national team, which competes in the Rugby World Championship. Rugby already exists in cities and towns all over America. Current and ex-players serve as volunteer coaches and referees for many youth rugby programs. USA Rugby provides coaching and referee certification programs for both veterans and newcomers to the sport. Rugby is one of the most exciting and popular sports in the world, with a proud historic tradition. Let's work together to make rugby popular in your neighborhood. To get started, contact USA Rugby for information about the Youth Development Officer in your area.